Hey you guys, welcome back today. Today it's all about, from my collection, my top designer fragrances. I want to share with you guys. I'm looking at them right now. There's quite a few. Of course, I have many more, but these are probably my favorite designer fragrances that I own in my collection. Before we get started, I am going to share with you guys what I do have on my lips and what I have on my nails, because if I don't, you always ask. I'm going to start off with what's on my lips. I have this like tiny little travel. I think it was a Point Perk with Sephora. This is in the Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Medium, like their second deepest Pillow Talk. And that's what I have all over my lips. And then of course I could not go without putting a gloss on top. And from Fenty, I have Fussy, which is like her classic beautiful lip gloss. So that is what I have over my lips. Now let's discuss what I have on my nails. So as you can see here, it's a really kind of a muted color for me, but I really love it because it gives some really cool depth and dimension when you are in the sun or if there's light flickering it. There's some reds and coppers in there. This is from ILMP. It's in the color Quicksand. I really do enjoy it. ILMP and Holo Taco are my top two favorite nail polish brands. So we're going to start off with a bang here. So before I get into these fragrances, I want to explain. So for me, designers are like Gucci, Guerlain, Marc Jacobs, fashion house brands who have come up with this great idea to do fragrances because they know where it's at, and that's fragrances. Their fashions may be very out of reach for a lot of us, but their fragrances, for the most part, not always, are a lot more accessible. So starting with a real strong one, this is Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Fresh. You guys know how much I love this. I'll try to remember to link a video above here giving you guys all of my thoughts on all of my Marc Jacobs. I think I have 6 or 7 of them, and I rank them and I go through all the scent note descriptions. But with that said, today we will be using Fragrantica for the main accords and the top, mid, and base notes. So let's go jump over to Fragrantica for the main accords. Main accords for Daisy Oh So Fresh by Marc Jacobs read: fruity, sweet, green, floral, violet, powdery, fresh, citrus, and rose. Top notes are green notes, raspberry, pear, and grapefruit. Mid notes are violet, lychee, apple blossom, rose, and jasmine. Base notes are musk, plum, and Virginia cedar. A fabulous one, guys. These are freshies. They're probably my top fragrance pick, like of all my entire collection when it comes to spring. I'm not a big floral fan, but Marc Jacobs does floral right. They just add enough of the fruit and the freshness to the florals, and I really enjoy this one. For the springtime, a lot of mine I enjoy his, like I said, from the spring. This one is beautiful. I can douse myself. Now, I don't get the best longevity from Marc Jacobs, but it doesn't matter. Love these, and they're iconic, like daisies. And generally each year they have a limited edition, and if there's like a slight color in the glass or the juice, they will try to match the daisy. And this one's fairly clear. It's got a little tiny blush note to it, and so there is some blush in some of these daisies. But with that said, I have one other Marc Jacobs I want to talk to you guys about, and you're probably not surprised with me talking about it, and that's Marc Jacobs Oh So Fresh Skies. This is a limited edition version. Like I said, they do one a year. I think they do one limited edition for the daisies range, and they normally come out 3 different styles. One's more floral, one's more sweet, and one's more, I don't know, a mixture of between the two. But this is Marc Jacobs Oh So Fresh Skies, and I did pick up a backup bottle of this. It is limited edition, so I knew it was from 2021, I think, and so I know it was really hard to get. Again, you've got the cute little daisies, and you've got this one. It looks clear on the screen, but it's like a clear slash slightly blue hint, similar to the bottle. So let's go check out the main accords on Fragrantica. Main accords for Daisy Oh So Fresh Skies by Marc Jacobs read: powdery, woody, herbal, yellow floral, violet, green, aromatic, floral, musky, and sweet. Top notes are tea, grapefruit, and gooseberry. Mid notes are chamomile, broom, and violet. Base notes are cedar, musk, and tea tree oil. I love this one so much. It is like the perfect step out of the shower on a spring or summer day, throw this on, make yourself just feel that much more like, I don't know, fresh and clean. It smells so good. Oh man, I absolutely adore this one. I highly recommend it if you can find it on the gray market. I think it was fragrancenet.com that I found this at. And you know, they're a little expensive when they're limited edition, but not like completely out of the realm. So again, for Marc Jacobs, who does, for me, spring fragrances really, really well. I absolutely love both of these and highly recommend the whole range. Give it a sniff. Now, next up is a classic male-female fragrance that is absolutely gorgeous. If you love strong scents that last a long time, like myself, because my body likes to eat up fragrance like super fast, you're going to enjoy this next one. Now, Tom Ford is the designer we're going to be talking about. Now, I only have a little bit here from my friend Nisha that I did purchase from her. She has a YouTube channel. I will link it down below. I really love this one, but it's a short window of time that I enjoy it because of its strength and just like longevity. It does last a long time. Tom Ford itself is obviously a fashion house. So a lot of these brands that we'll be talking today started off with fashion, hence why they're the designers. So let's go check out the main accords for Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. I don't even think I told you that. Tobacco Vanille, that's what it is. Main accords for Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford read: vanilla, sweet, tobacco, warm, spicy, fruity, cacao, woody, powdery. Top notes are tobacco leaf and spicy notes. Mid notes are vanilla, cacao, tonka bean, tobacco blossom. Base notes are dried fruits and woody notes. This is strong, you guys. I love it. Men and women alike enjoy this. If you love a vanilla and like a sexy smoky vanilla, this is your fragrance. Now, it's not cheap. Unlike the Marc Jacobs fragrances, which are a lot more reasonable, like you can get it at drugstores in Canada, and I'm sure in the United States, of course, this is a little bit more difficult and more expensive. I would love to get my hands on a 30 ml someday, but at the same time, I think it's going to take me forever to get through this small little, I think I bought a 15 ml, so I've only used maybe 3 or 4 ml so far out of this. So again, eventually I would love to get just a small one, but there's a couple $100. It is a lot of money. It is an investment. But one thing I will say about Tom Ford, for the most part, at least with Tobacco Vanille, she lasts on me all day, and that says something because, again, fragrances get eaten up by my body. My temperature runs high and I eat it all up, and so it doesn't last, but this one lasts like crazy. Unfortunately, this next one is another limited edition that if I can get my hands on another bottle of this, I would absolutely do this, and I would pull the trigger and grab it. In fact, this is kind of what I saved to wear on my birthday. It doesn't last very long. It's kind of weird that way. It is from the House of Guerlain, and that's Aqua Allegoria Coconut Fizz by Guerlain. And as you can see, the packaging is their typical honeycomb. Got a little bee on the top. It's super, super cute. Love this one. It smells like coconut, and a very, very young coconut. And I've said that time and time again. Now let's go check out Fragrantica. The main accords for Aqua Allegoria Coconut Fizz by Guerlain are coconut, sweet, vanilla, floral, lactonic, fruity, tropical, citrus, aquatic, and woody. Top notes are coconut nectar, bergamot. Mid notes are water, fruit, and freesia. And base notes are sandalwood and tonka bean. I hate how this is like, again, I hate how this is a limited edition. It was only created in 2019, and it literally was out for probably that year, and that was it. And I kick myself for only having one. Like, I was just starting to get into fragrances at the time, like buying them and that. And had I known it was going to be limited edition, I would have picked up more. So if you know where one can get a bottle, I keep saying this, let me know. I wear this for my birthday every year, and I'm really just at the honeycomb, like just below the honeycomb design on the top. It's just that lovely, fresh, summery, innocent scent that I really gravitate towards, and I feel like this is a gem, and I just wish they would make more, bring it back out, and don't change anything about it, by the way. Like, bring it back up, but don't change anything. That's a difficult task, I understand. Next up is from the designer Paco Rabanne. This is the only scent and fragrance I have from this designer. Again, a fashion designer who did just dip their toe in some fragrances. And this is definitely a real winner. In fact, this is the one that they took this scent. It did so well that they did so many flankers after mixing it with other things, but keeping kind of like the main notes the same. And that's just the original Olympia by Paco Rabanne. Now I think it's an older version. This is the lid on mine. It looks like this. I know that there are other versions out there that look a little bit different. This is gorgeous. This is a salty caramel and caramel vanilla that you would wear in the summertime, or as we're still actually pretty warm where I live right now in September. I feel like I could get away with maybe wearing this in the evening because that salty, rich caramelly scent. I really do enjoy that while it's still warm out here. Let's go check out the main accords. Main accords for Olympea by Paco Rabanne are vanilla, salty, white floral, woody, amber, powdery, citrus, warm spicy, balsamic, and marine. Top notes read water jasmine, green mandarin, and ginger flower. Mid notes are vanilla and salt. Base notes are ambergris, cashmere wood, and sandalwood. This is so good, you guys. There's a creaminess about it. There's an oceanness about it. There's salty. There's just yummy caramel and vanilla. It's just a great scent. And obviously they've made so many flankers from this original scent that I highly recommend getting your nose on this. You can find it at the drugstores and things like that, a lot of places. And if you ever see it on sale, grab it. It's a great one, and it does last actually quite a bit longer than a lot of designer fragrances so far we've talked about on my body, which is a good thing. So anyway, Paco Rabanne's Olympea. Next up, we're going to be talking about Armani. Now, I don't have a lot from this particular designer fragrance house. I have the one I'm going to talk about plus one other, but this is my favorite one. It's the one I have the largest bottle and the biggest dent in, and that is Acqua di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. This one here, as you can see, I love this one. It's beautiful. I took this road tripping with me, which is not obnoxious when you're in a small space with other people. This is so good. Oh my gosh, I highly recommend this, but let's go check out the main accords. Main accords for Acqua di Gioia by Giorgio Armani are aromatic, citrus, green, sweet, fresh, white floral, fresh spicy, woody, and vanilla. Top notes are Amalfi lemon and mint. Mid notes are water jasmine. Base notes are Virginia cedar, brown sugar, and French labdanum. This is a beautiful, aquatic, fresh, beautiful summer. Oh, it just reminds me of road tripping, because I brought this with me, and it's gorgeous. If again you want, I know summer is kind of passing, but if you're in the southern hemisphere, guys, if you're in like Australia, New Zealand, any of those places in the South Africa, South America, this is where you want to go. It's a gorgeous scent. Now, will it leave a huge trail or sillage when you walk by someone? No, it's more close to home, but I really do enjoy this one. And again, it is the one I have the largest bottle of, and it's one of the few that they didn't discontinue. They seem to discontinue a lot from this line, and they are different. They're all the same bottle. The lids are different, and the color of the juice is ever so slightly touched. Like this one's ever so slightly green, but you can barely tell on the screen here. But I really do enjoy this one. 100% get your nose on it. It is awesome. Next up, I have two fragrances from the house of YSL to talk about. So I'm just going to show them to you guys, and we'll discuss each of them. We'll go to this one here, which is YSL's Libre Intense. I preferred the intense version of this one because, first of all, look at the juice. And to me, when I see juice this color, I'm like, it is gorgeously vanilla. I know you're going to be amazing. I know I'm going to love you. It's weird. My brain goes, ooh, juice is like a caramelly color, amber color. Ooh, must have, because it must have vanilla in it. And 9 times out of 10, it does. So let's start off with this one. Let's go check out the main accords. Main accords for Libre Intense by Yves Saint Laurent are vanilla, white floral, lavender, sweet, citrus, aromatic, amber, powdery, floral, fresh spicy. Top notes read lavender, mandarin orange, and bergamot. Mid notes are lavender, Tunisian orange blossom, jasmine sambac, orchid. Base notes are Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, ambergris, and vetiver. Oh, this one is so good, you guys. This is a Boss Bee kind of fragrance in the evening. You go from work to going out afterwards. I would be putting this on. This is intense. You don't need a lot. Like you can see, I have barely touched it. I didn't get to bring out any of my fall winter fragrances until like December last year, so I barely touched any of them. I cannot wait this year. But anyway, I absolutely love this one. It lasts a long time. She is a beast. She is like Boss Bee, all that fun stuff. And they have, this one is intense. They have the original, and then they have another one that's in metallic bottle. I can't remember what that one is. Doesn't matter. But this is my favorite so far of all the ones I have got my nose on. Now let's go on to Black Opium, but it's the Le Parfum version. I actually enjoyed the original Le Parfum, but I found it didn't last very long. And then they had Neon, and I have so many different ones, and Neon was my favorite off of the flankers. But this, my friends, the only reason why I stopped myself from getting the largest bottle is because my collection is already so insane that I was like, no, Kim, slow down, get your 30 ml. I know it's not the best deal per milliliter, but you guys, this came out last winter, like around Christmas time, and I fell in love. So let's go check out those main accords. Main accords for Black Opium Le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent are vanilla, warm spicy, coffee, sweet, white floral, powdery, balsamic. Top notes are pear, cinnamon, green mandarin. Mid notes are solar notes, jasmine sambac, orange blossom. Base notes are Madagascar vanilla, bourbon vanilla, vanilla absolute, coffee, vanilla orchid, and patchouli. If you love coffee and if you love vanilla, you must get your hands on this. So I ended up buying a full bottle, obviously 30 ml, because during the Sephora VIB sale in November, I purchased the travel spray and I fell in love. And I know I used a ton of it on my travels, so it's still going to be there because I got some traveling to do this winter as well. That will come with me, but I wanted something to have at home. I loved it that much. It lasts so much longer. It's a Le Parfum, so it does last because it has a higher concentration of the oils. And again, if you're like me and you like your gourmands, you love your vanilla, you love a little coffee in the background. The coffee isn't the bam, it's the vanilla that's the bam. You will love this, but just remember it's the Le Parfum version. It's the newest one that they had brought out last year for 2022. So 100% recommend. It lasts. It's delicious. I never want to see this go out of stock or become limited edition, because if they do, I'll be so sad. I'll have to buy that full fluid ounce because I can't live without this now, especially in the wintertime. I know this will be a go-to for me late fall and into the wintertime as the months get a little bit cooler. So yes, this is amazing. Now I don't have a full bottle of this one because it's expensive and I wanted to get the travel spray, but I did get it last year at, again, the Sephora VIB sale in November in a travel size, and that is Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. And of course, this one was brought forward to us. Thank you, Rihanna. She basically, before she started her own perfumes, someone said that she wore this. Now, is it true? I have no idea, because the fragrances that she came out on her own with have nothing to do with this, which is interesting. If it was more like this, I would probably pick it up, but I'm not a fan of her perfumes that are out. But I digress. Again, it's Kilian. So with that being said, I think this is a fantastic scent. It actually does last a while. And again, look at the color of the juice. Again, there's going to be a lot of vanilla, so let's go check out those main accords. Main accords for Angel's Share by Kilian are woody, warm spicy, sweet, vanilla, cinnamon, amber, and powdery. Top notes are cognac. Mid notes are cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak. Base notes are praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. And they put a really, really lovely sandalwood in here, like a really creamy one. I don't get any powdery on me. You guys, if you've been part of my channel for a while, you guys know I'm not much for powdery scents. It actually drives the back of my throat. So the sandalwood is creamy. The vanilla is delicious. The cognac, I do love that. And their bottles, as you'll have seen on the screen, are just super cute. Like they're supposed to be like little cocktail glasses. Love the whole line. I actually bought the three that they had out for the last few years, but this is my favorite one of all of them. And it's not because Rihanna made it ever so popular. It's because actually out of all of them, this is the one I love the most. And it's definitely more for me evening or fall winter, because I think this does really well. So I cannot wait to put a bigger dent. And this will be probably something I would consider buying the full bottle of in the future. Now we're going to be talking about Dolce & Gabbana, and I do have two things to share with you. One that's discontinued, but you can still find it, and one that's out there, so run, don't walk, go get it. Let's talk about the one I was saying that we still have available to us. I have not taken it off the market or made it limited edition or canceled it completely. And that's Dolce & Gabbana is the only one Intense. And it's in this beautiful black bottle, and the smell is absolutely delicious. So let's go check out the main accords. Main accords for the only one Eau de Parfum Intense by Dolce & Gabbana read white floral, vanilla, coconut, citrus, woody, sweet, and fresh. Top notes are neroli, green apple, Italian mandarin. Mid notes are jasmine, coconut, orange blossom. Base notes are vanilla, cashmere wood, and cedar. Evening time, it was a perfect black label. It's intense, black, and nighttime, yes, and it lasts. And my friend Julie, I'm pretty sure you're watching this. I know she loves this one too. I think she just picked it up. It is so good. It lasts on me again, which says something. The only thing is I can't tell where I'm at. I can't tell, but I'll know when I'm getting low. And when I do, I will get another bottle of this, because this is just a small bottle. It's like a 30 ml, I think, let's see here. No, this is a 50 ml bottle. So I think they did 100 ml or something like that. And I think it would get the bigger one when I go through this. And as I've said about other scents, although maybe more of a summery evening, I can see this as it's still warmer in September here where I live, that I could wear this and pull this off in the evenings out here past summer. But I really do enjoy it. I know it has coconut in it. It's not the standout scent, but it's a beautiful fragrance. Okay, now we're gonna be talking about Dolce & Gabbana, the only one 2, as you can see right here on the bottle. I don't know why they pulled this. I'm assuming because it didn't do as well, or maybe there was something when it comes to the oils that they couldn't get for the price. I don't know, but this one reminds me of my hometown of Oliver, British Columbia, Canada. It is the wine capital of Canada. I grew up with when there was a lot of apples and that. And then when I was just about to leave for university, that changed into grapes. And so this gives me the vibe of like a bottle of red wine, but with some berries on the side. Oh, this is so good. Let's go check out those main accords. Main accords for Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One 2 by Dolce & Gabbana are fruity, sweet, amber, rose, warm, spicy, violet, fresh, floral, coffee, and vanilla. Top notes are red berries, blackberry, pear, and freesia. Mid notes are red rose, coffee, and violet. Base notes, tonka bean, patchouli, ambergris, and amber wood. Oh, although I don't get the coffee, I definitely get the berries off the top, but there's probably the ambergris kind of makes it a little bit muskier, like a little bit. This is like men and women unisex. This is something that anyone can wear. I know that they pulled that from their line, and so I did go on to the gray market on, I think it was actually fragrancebuy.ca, and I did pick up another bottle this size. Now I could have got the 100 ml, but I was like, it's still around, we'll see. I am, however, going on a road trip shortly, and I will be taking this with me because I am going to my hometown. So this will be coming to the orchards of grapes and all the yummies, and I'm really excited to wear this. It does really remind me of home. It's quite nostalgic for me. The last designer we're going to be talking about today is from Jean-Paul Gaultier. And I have a few fragrances from him, but my absolute favorite one has to be La Belle. Now, this designer makes bottles that are very, very body oriented, but they're gorgeous. The male versions have the male body and the female, obviously, with the female bodies. And they always have like a really cool, intricate design, really stands out from one another. Even if you may have the same body shape, you will always have a different necklace, that kind of thing. So let's go check out the main accords. Main accords for La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier are vanilla, fruity, sweet, powdery, aquatic, aromatic, woody, fresh, earthy, and amber. Top notes are pear and bergamot. Mid notes are floral notes and leather. Base notes are vanilla, vetiver, amber, and musk. This is a beautiful, I get more vanilla. I get the amber, it definitely like mushes together. I really, it says leather. I don't get leather on this at all. And I do love leather in fragrance, like a small amount. It's normally pretty good for me. You did get the pear blast, the bergamot, all of that comes up at the front, but in reality, this is just a great, sexy, rich, deep vanilla fragrance for me with a little bit of pear in the backdrop. This is a gorgeous range, you guys. I highly recommend getting your nose on them. He has many different fragrances in the range and they are beautiful. I do have the Classique as well, but this is my favorite one. All right, you guys, that was everything. I want to thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. What is your favorite designer fragrance? Let me know. Expensive or not, because I might need to get my hands on it if I don't already have it, because I didn't bring out everything, but I brought out my top favorites from each section. So as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.